everyone.
Hey, welcome back to March Monster Madness, now in April, almost the end of April, but we are wrapping up today. So thanks for accompanying us on this long, winding road of monster battles.
Yeah.
This is it.
As much fun as we've had.
This is it, folks. The last one.
The last battle.
The final battle between Grizzle and Gary.
I'll have no
Geryon
reason
and
to
Brett.
shower anymore.
This is the last you'll see of any of us.
After this, we retire.
Yep.
Hire from the library. But yeah, before we want to, I don't know if anyone else wants to say anything, but before we want to get right into the final matchup that you all are on the edge of your seats for, we thought we'd maybe pay a little respect and remembrance for all of our fallen friends. Not all fallen, not all of them necessarily bit the dust, but they're no
not
longer
all
with
friends.
us. And they're not all of our friends.
Depending who you are.
Yikes! But
I'm not strong.
But we put together a little memoriam type thing.
Roll that.
Get out your
clip.
hankies.
Roll the video.
Yeah, so get the tissues handy.
Yeah. For this trip down memory lane.
And shout out your favorites. If we missed any, be sure to tell us in the comments.
Oh, beautiful.
Really was.
Touching. So touching.
All right, compose ourselves.
Yeah. Gotta compose ourselves. I like that you had 3 separate photos of the black pudding.
I really wanted to highlight the black pudding. Because I think we all missed the black pudding quite a bit.
Yes.
That's true. You're not wrong.
Definite fan favorite and also friend.
Friend favorite. It's true.
Friend.
All right, well, I guess
Rip.
without further ado, yeah, Rip, of course. We can start the old.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happened. I didn't look at our spreadsheet that we share with the notes, so I could be
good.
surprised.
Oh, we didn't update it with the notes anyways.
Oh, well, good.
But this is, we kind of played this out the same way we've been playing out all the other matchups. So I took Geryon and Audrey took Grizzle.
My boy.
Just a little, quick recap bios of some of our boys, just to reacclimate ourselves. Just get used to who we're fighting with.
Also, some of my favorite TV shows.
I didn't want it to be too much of an attack on Ellie specifically.
We also considered saying The Bachelor and The
Bachelor was my first choice, but I thought that would be too obvious.
I would not be offended because they are good shows. You could have thrown in the new Bachelor series, Listen to Your Heart. So it's about music.
I could have thrown it, but I just asked Grass what his favorites were. It's not like I picked.
Obviously he's also quarantining.
Right.
Tell from these Netflix picks.
Yep.
And then if we've forgotten how he's gotten here, we just put together a little recap of who he's taken down on the way to the finals. It was a pretty smooth ride for him, you know.
Yeah, until Zug Tomoy.
Zug Tomoy certainly gave him a challenge.
Well, girl.
Yeah.
And so he'll be facing
Bobby. Oh my god. Oh god, he's such a hugger.
Yeah.
I hate this guy.
Yakety sax.
and
He's probably learning how to play like Careless Whisper.
PG is definitely a model for him, an icon.
Oh my god, there's a little crown on the end of his horn too.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Oh.
So cute.
I always think that's just his other arm.
I know.
It does seem like his arm ends in a horn.
Yeah. All
So,
right.
The battle.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you didn't watch our last video, we decided that Grizzle, though he did lose some HP in his semifinal battle against Zug Tomoy, he spent his time in between the semifinal and the final at the spa. I think we talked about, Andre.
Yeah, he had a nice restorative me day.
A rejuvenation type me day, yeah. So he's back up to full strength then for the battle with Geryon.
Yeah, it seemed fair, especially since Geryon shows up with regenerating powers. I guess he's always at the spa or something.
He brings the spa with him, yeah.
Yeah.
If you can't tell by the hair.
Right.
Yeah.
So they kind of started by feeling each other out a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you decided to cast greater invisibility on Grizzle?
Because I really thought greater invisibility would like maybe do more than just invisibility.
What?
Yeah, I know. I was like, what is the point of
What
this?
makes it greater, you know? What's the greater part, right?
I think it's because you can cast it on someone else.
Yeah.
But like
Who to cast it on?
Yeah. I was like hoping it would like confer more like if you have true sight, you can't if you're invisible or whatever,
But both monsters have true sight, so Geryon was able to still see Grizzle. Both monsters have obviously tons of resistances to damage, tons of immunities. Like neither of them can be charmed or frightened or any of that stuff. And they also have like tons of spells. Like I think Grizzle's spells are a little bit beefier than Geryon's, but they both have lots.
Yeah, but a lot of them are also like charming heavy spells. Yeah. And I was pretty sure he would be immune to charming, so that's why I tried the invisibility route. Did not work.
Yeah, and then Geryon kind of went sort of a similar route, not as smart, so decided to kind of like try a charm spell. It's spelled Geas, so I think it's pronounced geese, but if I'm wrong, obviously flame me in the comments for it. But and it's this like super powerful charm spell that would have been cool, but obviously Grizzle can't be charmed.
Can't be charmed. I'm the charmer, so
yeah, right. That's what he said. I think they both have telepathy, so there was a lot of like
back and forth
unsaid trash talk. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think they might be both charmers.
Well, in the end, only one of them is charmed. You will see.
I just really don't like Geryon. I don't know what it is, but I don't like him.
Yeah,
but he's a musician. Look at him.
That's
Look
true.
at that horn. Look at that hair.
He's a sensitive musician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just not for me, I guess. I don't know. I made my husband read the monster bio yesterday and then yelled at him about how terrible Geryon was for like 10 minutes.
Can we get Austin on here too?
Come on, you don't need to talk about insurance anymore. Join us. Join us in the Monster Best Friend Club.
Okay.
So after these like feeling out spells, they kind of started duking it out.
Yeah.
And
well,
so,
hold on. I need to know before we go. Was it a long battle or a short battle?
It was long.
it was pretty long.
Yeah.
It was pretty long, yeah. And we didn't.
Real long.
I mean, you'll see. It didn't quite make it to the bitter end.
Yeah. So like once it was kind of clear that like, because like Geryon also has like magic resistances and he had like flown away, so I tried casting spells.
Yeah.
And that didn't quite work as like reliably as I wanted it to, even though like my spell save DC is like 23, like Geryon gets, massive plus whatever, like 13 or something.
Yeah.
To
Also advantage. So
yeah, the advantage.
any save against a magic, any save against a spell or anything like that, Geryon gets advantage plus 10 usually
Yeah.
to saves.
So it was
both monsters can teleport. So as far as like the positioning on the battlefield and stuff, that was kind of, there wasn't a lot of strategy there since both can teleport to wherever they need to be. Geryon can fly and Grizzle can't, so I did kind of have Geryon hover a number of feet over Grizzle's head to try to like stay out of range a little bit. But since Grizzle could teleport,
like on top of Geryon?
I mean, sort of like above and then
next to, and then just dropping.
Slash on the way down to the ground. Because it made sense. We actually did the math. I took a quick crash course in physics just to make sure I knew how like time it would take to drop. It seemed reasonable, so.
Yeah. Well, he's like a 15-foot creature, so it takes time to like pass him.
Right.
So
this is a super powerful demon. Like he can definitely slash the sword twice.
Yeah, sure.
I've seen that in anime, so it seems legit.
If anime says so, then we say so.
So it kind of came down to this, like, there was like a lot of physical maneuvering, but also like Geryon could like grapple with one of his attacks, with his claw attack. So I had to spend like all my legendary actions like were spent teleporting out of the grapple and then attacking. So I would usually only get like one multi-attack in, 1 to 2 of those hit.
Did quite a bit of damage usually.
Yeah, it usually like went well, but Geryon gets that 20 HP back
every turn. HP back.
Yeah.
And we sort of figured, I think we made it like 7 or 8 rounds, and Grizzle had done way more damage to Geryon than the reverse. But those 7 rounds, that's 140 HP that Geryon just recouped. So like Geryon was looking healthier after those rounds, even though he had done less damage and taken more damage. So it was, I think, around that point that it was pretty easy to tell like the direction the battle was trending, especially to like hyper intelligent and wise.
Yeah, he's all of his stats are insane. So it was kind of like that was the point where I was like, okay, like I used my legendary action to teleport and then my action to teleport and was like, I'm done, because like I feel like he would have gotten bored with this battle after a certain point. And then B, because it was very like physical again, there was like not a lot of like magic maneuvering. Geryon is ugly.
So also, Geryon,
my attention that long.
Both monsters couldn't like shapeshift, so Geryon did decide at one point to try to be sexier than Grizzle. So he transformed himself into a mirror image of Grizzle, but tried to be sexier. But I think since it's not possible to be sexier, he ended up like in the uncanny valley somewhere, so it looked like really strange.
So not holding my
longer
attention.
hair too. Longer hair didn't work, I don't think.
Yeah. Not holding my attention, and then it was kind of clear that like the way it was going to end was like we would both be wounded at the end, but Grizzle would be the one to lose. Also, because like
Right.
Geryon, the only way you can kill him is if he starts his turn at 0 hit points and he can't regenerate. And the only way that happens is if you deal radiant damage to him, which I do not have available as a demon.
So there was basically no way that Grizzle could have even beaten Geryon. Like, it had to be someone who could do radiant damage.
Yeah.
But like the way that we play it, like once you hit 0 hit points, you're done, right?
It's specifically written in Geryon's like stats though. Like the only way he can die is if all of these like things are met. So like
What?
I know I don't think we really realized that until this point. I mean he faced monsters who had radiant damage I think earlier on, but they were too weak to actually like
Yeah.
do anything. But
So
yeah.
it got to the point where it was like both boring, the conclusion was inevitable, and it seemed kind of pointless. At one point, I feel like Grizzle was like I made this choice for Grizzle obviously, but I feel like it was consistent with this character that he was like, I'm out, especially because you're ugly.
Yeah.
But Geryon did teleport as close as he could and did like because his telepathy only goes so far. So as a kind of tried to goad Grizzle back into the battle by saying, you know, if you leave, I'll be the true Grizzle, the true sexy boy from now on.
Oh no!
I think Grizzle thought about coming back.
I did.
But I don't.
You can't lose the sexy boy crown.
It's a serious.
But couldn't justify going back. It's not worth dying for.
Grizzle did that.
How low did they both get at the end?
They weren't super low. Grizzle pieced out when he was at 140.
And he started with what?
346.
Okay.
So he had lost over 200, like just over 200 hit points.
Yeah.
Pretty clear. Like it was very clear, and like because of Geryon's healing, he was still over 200.
Right. Geryon was at 215 at that point, and he started at 300. So actually only lost 75. Though, you know, we kind of did the math. So if you subtract 140 from 215, all that healing, he would have been down to like, you know, whatever that math is, 75.
Yeah, it was 70 something.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, without the regeneration, it would have been just the opposite sort of battle. I think.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Well, and without it, Geryon might not have made it this far.
That's true too. Yeah, let's not forget about Adult Red Dragon.
I never do, you guys.
It's been a while. I realized it put like 20 minutes of video before we brought him up. So brought her up.
I mean, it's all right. She's
Hi.
living large somewhere.
Okay, but how far would the centaur have made it with regenerate?
I mean, honestly, the vampire wouldn't have
So
made it
far.
as far as it did without
Yeah.
regeneration. Like,
True.
it's a big
Yeah.
deal.
It's a big deal, yeah.
But I decided that Geryon,
There you go.
Gary!
champion of
Bang, 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 bang. Air horns in the distance.
His horn.
Yeah, just just playing for himself.
He's his own hype man.
I decided that Grizzle, for revenge, went out and seduced like a whole legion of attractive paladins and sent them after Geryon. He like shapeshifted into an angel.
Radiant.
That radiant damage. Yeah.
That radiant damage.
Mhm.
He shapeshifted into an angel and was like, I am giving you the sacred divine task. You need to go hunt down this demon. So there's a coming
There
for
you go.
I just like
So
that. Yep.
stay tuned for next year's Monster Madness, in which it's a legion of paladins against Geryon.
That'll be like the first battle.
The only battle, really, that we need to
Right.
see.
Just one. Depending
Well,
on how this quarantine goes, maybe we'll just come back in like a month and do that or something.
another.
We could do like April. I'm trying. No,
Probably
right.
May, so we'll just stick with the May.
Oh yeah, May would work because it is almost May.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, May Monster Madness.
Monster Madness.
May Madness.
Yeah.
Dude.
But yeah, I hope everyone picked correctly.
Mhm.
I did
Okay.
not.
It's fine if you picked
I mean,
Grizzle.
I think all of our brackets were busted a long time ago, but I hope someone out there got it right.
I'm sure someone out there did it. I mean, like, I'm not even gonna lie. At the very beginning, I did not research all the people.
Oh.
How dare you?
The way I fill out brackets of any sort is I just look at the pictures and then just pick what I like best.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. So, but
All right. Well,
there you go, guys.
pretty much wraps it up for us. Hope you've had a really great time doing this. We certainly have.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on this journey with us.
Right.
Arduous.
We have discovery.
There are tons of other great videos on AADL TV channel on YouTube or whatever it's called. So subscribe to that for sure.
YouTube or whatever it's called.
YouTube or whatever it's called.
The used tubes.
Yeah, and because eventually we'll all have other weird videos we put up.
Maybe we'll just all heckle Tyler for a solid half hour every week. Who knows?
What will we do?
Solid half hour of bullying.
I don't need to be there for that. Just put a picture of me up.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks guys. We'll see you sometime in the future.
Yep.
Bye, friends.
Bye, everyone. Stay safe.